Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to New Gameplay Today. I am Alex Stadnick, and I am joined by the news hound, Wes LeBlanc. Hello, sir.
Hello, hello. How are you doing?
I am good. What are we playing today, Wes?
We are playing Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes, and let me tell you, I'm having a great time with it.
Yeah, good. Glad to hear it. You are previewing the game for us over at GameInformer.com. Let's just jump right into it. We got a quick video. What are you liking about it? What are you not liking about it? All that stuff fun.
Man, I'm liking pretty much everything so far, and maybe I'm just not in the know. I'm not the biggest Musou fan. I've played some in the past, like a long time ago, and I haven't really kept up with Nintendo's ventures into it. I know they have the Hyrule series, Fire Emblem, and whatnot. And so I was like kind of worried that I wouldn't like the combat too much, because the idea of just like slashing through hundreds of enemies sounds monotonous on paper, but this game is doing something where I'm hooked. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the story. I'm enjoying this combat. Like, I'm having a really good time. How about you?
I am not a Misu guy. Masu?
One of those.
Potato.
Somebody will tell us in the comments.
Exactly. I am really not a fan of this genre, other than I think I played Dynasty Warriors from like Mr. Movies way back in the day, like to date myself a little bit. But I came into this maybe not being the most excited, but I'm enjoying the combat sections a lot, actually. They are, they're definitely in the you're seeing prequel or prologue footage right now, but like the matches are fast and fun. I like switching between the characters. It's, obviously there is some repetition in the button pressings, but they change it up with the special moves, and it's flashy and fun in a way that I wasn't maybe totally expecting.
Yeah, and on that same note, something I wasn't expecting was how Fire Emblem Three Houses this game is. The way that it's been developed, like you're basically playing a sequel, a prequel, whatever you want to call it. It takes place kind of somewhere in the timeline of Three Houses, and the way that it plays is it's basically Three Houses, except the combat is different. Like, so many of the systems are still there. Like, you're still talking to different characters and building up support ranks. Characters have different classes they play as. You're switching characters, you're using them differently on the battlefield. There's advantages, there's disadvantages based on what weapons you're using and whatnot. Like, in all the same ways that Three Houses had me hooked, I'm hooked here, and I have a different combat to enjoy as well, which I think it speaks to the testament of this game. Like, if you liked Three Houses, I think you should really, really play Three Hopes.
Okay. Very nice. What about the story? We're not going to get into spoilers here, but what about the story is drawing you in?
So for me, the story is it's super, super political. Like, there's a lot of dialogue. There's a lot of listening to characters talk. There's a bunch of political relationships happening, and you're kind of finding out about all of that, in between the different battles. And for me, it's more of the Three Houses world, and because I loved that storyline so much, getting more of it and getting it from like different angles is what's keeping me hooked. There's a bunch of returning characters that are from Three Houses, which you could see on screen, obviously. You play as a new person, the mercenary, whose default name is Shez. Of course, I named mine Wesley. Got to put myself in the middle of all this political intrigue.
Of course.
And yeah, you start as a mercenary, and then you kind of become more involved with things depending on choices you make, and I'm really enjoying it, and I'm excited to see where this story goes. I can tell it's going to be pretty beefy.
For sure. Now, what house did you pick? You obviously get three choices of houses in the beginning. Which one did you go with?
So I chose the same house I played in Three Houses, and that would be the Black Eagles with Edelgard as the leader.
Okay. Cool. Any specific reason you chose that?
It just felt right. Like, if I'm back in this world, I might as well pick the house I'm already most familiar with.
Right.
I'm enjoying it a lot right now. There's always the potential to play it, with the different houses.
Right.
But yeah, for me, it was a no-brainer. Just back to Black Eagles. Which house did you
Okay.
choose?
I went with the Blue Lion house,
Ooh.
just because I have not played the Fire Emblem that this is based on. I haven't played any Fire Emblem other than Smash, I guess, for the people who want to roll their eyes at me. So I kind of went on what's her name? Eaglegard?
Guard, yeah.
Yeah, I liked her, but when I read the descriptions, it was like this house is a little bit more focused on magic, and I wanted more of the brawler types and the like that you're seeing right here. So yeah, I went with the Blue Lions because it gives you a bit of a description of what each house like emphasizes and stuff. So that's kind of where my head was at. So
Yeah. And how are you liking the combat in that regard? Since most of yours, I imagine, are people carrying swords and axes and
yeah,
stuff.
it's like I said, there's a hack and slash fun to it that I wasn't, and like I said, because I'm not a huge fan of the genre, that I'm really enjoying. The hits are frenetic. They're just the tornado move is wild and stuff, and I really love. It feels like I'm working, even when it's like I'm just like slashing through baddies like this. It feels like I'm working to build my different gauges up, right, to unleash just absolute hell on these poor unexpected NPCs here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this like I love a good AoE attack, West. That's the one thing. If you don't know anything about me, know that I love a good AoE attack.
AoE Alex.
Yeah, AoE Alex. There we go.
They call you.
Yeah. Did you find you're further in this than I am?
Yeah.
And in the beginning, there's some settings that you can tune, right, where it's like sometimes a character can die and not come back, right? I went more casual route, but like, have you found as the game's gone on, the difficulty has improved a little bit? Because I definitely found in the opening hours, it was definitely just kind of running show on some of these poor NPCs.
Yeah, I'm about 10 hours in, and I've still only completely lost a battle once.
Okay.
And it basically just has you like redo it. But
Okay.
I've had stressful points. Like it gets stressful. My scores are still pretty much S's and A's. So yeah, I'm kind of a legend.
Humble brag.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
it's like the challenge is enough for me, like to the point where I'm not tired of the combat. I think what I'm finding most surprising about it is that I assume the combat would be kind of different since you're just taking down hundreds of people. But for me, it's playing almost like a Bayonetta or like a Devil May Cry, where you're just doing all these cool action combos. There just happens to be hundreds of people. Like
Right.
it's playing the same where you'd be attacking a single person, and there's enemies that do require like your full effort to focus on.
For sure.
It just also happens that when I do these giant moves, 100 people go flying into the air and die.
Right. Okay. Well, and because we don't have it in this gameplay, but there is a level of strategy you can command your characters to go attack different points, and it will tell you like what the percentage is if they'll succeed or not. So, but Wes, I know we're running out of time here. Any final thoughts before we sign off here?
No, I mean I'm excited to keep playing this game. I hope the rest of it lives up to what the first 10 hours have given me. And man, maybe I gotta go back and check out these other Warriors games.
Yeah, I know my sister really likes the Zelda ones, but when is the game coming out? Can people expect any write-ups from you?
Yeah, so you will get you can actually read my thoughts on the game so far today at the same time you're watching this. So be sure to watch this all the way through and then head to GameInformer.com to check out my thoughts. And you yourself can play Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes on June 24th. So not too long now.
Awesome. Well, thank you for watching, Wes. Thanks for being here. Be good to one another, and we will see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.